Hi, Brooke with Stable Canine Training here with another Have a Stable Dog tip. I'm going to do a series of videos over the next few days about this little dog whose name is Millie. She's here for board and train. But what the videos are going to be about is about introducing dogs slowly and in a safe way and avoiding problems. So Millie just got here literally like 20 minutes ago. The first thing I do when introducing a new dog to other dogs on my property is the other dogs are in crates. They are not around, they're in the house. And Millie, I'm out here, you see she's on a long line. This is a 15-foot. And I'm just letting her sniff the yard because obviously she can smell other dogs here. She can tell they're here. She's kind of learning about them without seeing them. So that's my first step, just getting her kind of comfortable with the property and sniffing the yard, sniffing their toys and bones laying around the water bowl. All that is giving her information, and I'm letting her just get comfortable. So that's my first step. The next step will be I'm going to go inside for lunch, and I'm going to have Piper, our rat terrier, tethered on the other side of the house, basically, but where Millie will be able to see her, and then Millie will be tethered in the kitchen while I'm making lunch. And that will be their first glimpse of each other, and that'll probably be it for now. Then they'll both go in some crates for a while. But taking it very slow, letting her get comfortable, letting her relax, all very important to preventing issues, and just having it be a smooth transition. So whether you're a foster, bringing a new foster dog home, or just a family adding a dog to your home, or maybe the neighbor is bringing over the dog, or a family member wants to bring a dog over, the way to introduce them is very slowly and, in my opinion, lots of time, without physically interacting at first. Just being in each other's presence, smelling each other, looking at each other, and wait for that excitement or maybe a little bit of reactivity or nervousness wear off, and wait until they're kind of old news to each other before you're going to actually let them meet. So stay tuned. We'll see how this goes. But this is Millie, and she's here for 2 weeks, and she's going to meet our rat terrier. She's going to meet Bender, my Malinois. She's going to meet, my parents have a puppy. So there's going to be several dogs she's going to meet, and I'm going to show you how I do that. Okay, here we are. Step 2, I guess you'd call it. So here's Millie. She's in the house. She is tethered to that eye hook in the wall. She's got a little bone there. I'm going to be making lunch. And then over here, try not to pan too fast. Here's Piper. She's tethered to a doorknob. She also has a bone. Probably heard her whining. So they have line of sight to each other. They very much know the other dog is there. Millie has some reactivity to other dogs, so you can see her sniffing the air, looking over there. She hasn't barked yet, but this is how they're going to quote unquote meet at first. Visually, with their eyes, smelling with their nose, and I am going to busy myself making lunch and let them just get used to each other and kind of be like, that dog's old news. And then, like I mentioned, we'll either do a little training session or they'll go in their crates, but they're not going to physically meet yet at this point. I don't want them meeting when there's any level of excitement. So far, so good. And I'll go on to the next step in the next video. Okay, so here we are in another step 2 scenario. We're going to stay in step 2 of introducing Millie to other dogs for a few days. So we're in my office now in the dog room, and she is tethered to another eye hook in the wall. She's got a cot to lay on, a bone laying there. And over in one of those kennels towards the corner is my Malinois, Bender. She definitely knows he's in there. She can smell him. She's heard him rustling around. She's nervous. She's unsure. But what I'm not going to do is get him out of his kennel right now. I'm not going to tether him right there yet. That would be too much pressure. He is big. He's 75 plus pounds, high energy. That would be too much for her. So she's, as you can see, kind of startling just at the tether and just things in here. So I'm going to do some work on my computer, and I'm going to let Millie just get used to this room, and relax and get used to Bender's presence just through, again, her nose, and actually not even her eyes yet. So they're going to get used to each other from that perspective for a little bit. So that'll be her introduction to Bender today. And then incrementally over time, they will start to visually see each other. And before you know it, they will both be napping on these cots right next to each other while I work.